there's certain places that I miss that I would like to go, and
places like.
Way back we used to go to. Brekum.
So when was the last time you remember you performed outside Accra in Ghana? Not international.
No, okay, but in Kumasi is out.
Oh yeah, cool. Let's take Kumasi.
Okay,
Kumasi city. Let's leave the cities out.
Accra. Yeah, we went to a symposium.
Oh yeah, that is the George under.
Oh yeah. But that's not like.
No, we are talking about the stage. That was more political campaigning strategies.
No, please, don't bring that in. Listen, that day when I was going, I knew the backlash I was going to come, and I thought about it, but I just overlooked the fact that it was politics. I looked at the man who called me. That's Mr. George Anda, who has been in position in MTN, and he's been very helpful to all the artists. You can ask everybody in Ghana music, and then he's been there for all of us. He has done a lot for me. I actually never knew the man till he actually presented himself as George Anda. I always see him, and I thought he was a fan, because almost every show Sarkodie does, he'll be sitting in front
dancing,
and then supporting me, come backstage and go like, I'm this, I'm that, you're gonna go far. And then later on I got to see that's Mr. George. So I've always had that respect for him. So when he said that, he actually knew it was going to be very hard, because when he asked me, Sarkodie, you don't do it. He has to be your papa, no your body. Yeah. And I thought about the stuff that he has done for me. It's way too much for me to say no.
But what is your fear in involving in political matters, or as an artist, mounting political platforms?
I don't think I have fear, but I just don't believe in a party. I believe in people. So when you can be an MPP, but you're making some points that I like. So I might choose you that I like you, but not necessarily all your crew. Yes, all your crew, everybody. And the same as NDC, I have people in there that they say stuff that I like. So with George, it was just for him. Yeah. And if I was supposed to choose a leader, I would really look at what the person is saying, and then how the person's demeanor, what he has proven to people that he can do. That will make me wanna vote or maybe campaign for the person, not necessarily because of the party, and because the mindset of 80% of Ghanaians is, when it comes to politics, is maybe your mom has been in NDC from day one and you were born into the house with NDC t-shirts and banners all over the house, so you can't run away from it. But we are not allowed to ask questions and be analyze the whole situation and go like, this guy is making sense, and I think he would do it. For someone like Mr. George, it's a personal experience. So for someone like him, if he stands for anything, I would like to put my life on the line. And then
I see. I know. So let's talk about how best we can still get close to the regions, because it is something on my heart.
I can see that.
Are you ready? Are you ready to reduce the charges for them?
Reduction is always done any time, but it's just the more you go forward, the more the priorities become a lot more. Because when I take the squad, even the squad around me, from my team to the DJ to whatever, when you put those things together, sometimes it might be.
It also affect them.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The best thing to do is, I like to do it myself.
Okay.
So then I can get funding from
some sponsors.
Yeah, somebody, and then I'll come in. But from a promoter, it might be one like George or maybe yourself, and then you do it, and I'm coming to do it for Sammy. But with the whole rapport I have with promoters, it will always be, if you call us for business, it's going to be based on business. And then,
you guys should consider this, because the guys, they miss you.
Actually, I miss them more than they miss me. I really
they download your songs, but they don't get to have a feel of you.
Yeah.
So please, let's look at that, and I know it will be something.
From January, we have
let's start
Trumpet fees, so you can call.
And now let's talk about Success Music. So far with Akwaboah on your label, how is it going?
It's going great. I chose Akwaboah for different reasons, because what normally record labels do is they go in for people who just put out the hit records, just based on business, just to make money out of them. With Akwaboah, it's always been me believing in the guy's art and then his incredible way of writing. And I know his style of music is not the ones that the usual suspect you hear on radio, the instants, kind of like those songs, you know what I'm talking about. He does like music. So it takes time, and then it sinks into people's heart. And because I'm an artist, I do understand him. If it's going to take me 3, 4, 5 years, I still have that patience to wait, and I'm not looking at making my money back anytime soon. But I know he's that type of artist, and he's gained that that statement in people's hearts. So far, I think we have done really well with the 2 videos. It's actually doing so good. The 2 songs, and he's actually working on an album as well. So for 2017, he'll be dropping a couple of songs from his album.
Now, do you have a feeling like you have a double task, promoting yourself and promoting works from Akwaboah as well?
No, because I don't have to do it. All I had to do is just believe in a guy.
But I'm sure your influence on Hello also helped in pushing the song.
Yes. So those things, it doesn't really take much of my time. It's just going to the studio and then showing up for the video. But he's actually getting exclusive more than me. I don't even get what he gets. He has a whole team, the Akwaboah Media. He has publicists. He has everything that does stuff for him. So when you see anything that Akwaboah, the stories that goes out, he has people that work on it. I don't. Sarkodie has always been me and my boys. We have people that we pay to do stuff, and then on a contract basis. But he has constant people that we're paying monthly, to sort him out. So I don't necessarily have to be on the road trying to, promote Akwaboah 24/7. He is an artist and he has his management as well that's doing it. And all I have to do is, of course, the Success Music. He's using the brand, and I have to make the funding available, and that's what I'm doing.
I see. So how much have you invested into his project so far?
That's something that, of course, we can't disclose. But I'm not really looking at. All I'm trying to do is just get him there.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get him there.
And again, is his signing encouraging you to get other people on Success Music, or maybe to end with him?
I would want to get people on, but one thing people need to understand is we have a record label and we have an artist record label.
Okay, so yours is the artist record label.
Yeah, because I'm an artist and I have a record label.
I love that explanation.
When you're having a businessman who has tons of money coming in with $6 million and saying, I'm setting up a record label, I can sign 16 people at a time, because that's their whole motive. This is me, an artist in Ghana, who we don't have structures and things to support these artists. So if we have gotten to that level don't turn our back to look at the ones coming, who is gonna come in and help them? Because I don't see big record labels coming in Ghana anymore. I don't see them coming in, because now we have to turn back and then sign these guys, and that's what I'm doing. But then again, you can't sign 6 people and keep them stuck somewhere that they can do what they're doing. So what I normally do is wait until I can really have that full potential for you to have a full attention when you're signed. Because I've been an artist before. I like to be pumped. I like the whole idea of you are cool and then just record and everything is sorted. So until I can give you that whole 100% treat, I don't want to put you on Success Music so you can go about and go and like, Sarkodie
is not doing enough.
No, I'm not ready for that. If I'm ready for you, I'm going to do it. But what I do with Success Music is, even though you might not be signed officially to it, I like to guide these guys that are coming up a lot and tell them what they can do and what they can't do. But if I push you on, then that's business. So I'm very critical about who I put on. But we are talking to somebody, and you all know him. But then hopefully, if he doesn't give me a hard time by next year, he will be on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Am I suspecting Awal?
Awal is part of Success Music from a way back. From way back, just that he's still, to me, going through that grooming process, and he's doing really well. Because he used to be with me, and then I wake up in the morning, I'll hear him in his room writing some stuff, and then back and forth he'll be saying some stuff, but he's still getting it. There's a time where you grab yourself, and because when I was coming in, I used to look up to Okonfo, Kwade, Obrafo, and then Obo, and I was confused as in how I was supposed to sound in the beginning. But then with time, you get to find your own sound. You don't need to tune your voice again. Like the way you're talking, that's the way you rap, and that's the stage Awal is going through. So Awal is always going to be a Success Music artist, So the one I'm talking about, I don't. Let me.
Oh, we still have more names. We are still thinking about Strongman. We are still thinking about Donzi and some other names, but we are not too sure. I know when the time comes, he'll still put it out. Yes. And again, I heard Awal did a thank you song to you, for you. Sorry, did you hear it?
Actually, I have not yet. I think he's played it, but I don't. Because he has done a lot. I don't know which one he released. Because he normally plays me the song before.
Because there was one he actually did to say thank you. I remember.
I think I've heard. Yeah. Yeah, he played it. He played it for me. Not as in I didn't hear it while it was out, but I think he played that song for me.
He played it. Did you like it?
For me. Yes, of course. It makes you kind of uncomfortable because he's there and then you're listening to it. You don't know how to react. Because certain things that you do that you didn't even know. Because it was genuinely, I saw a kid who was like very dope and looking up to me, and I just felt like I wanted to help. So things that he might be saying, and then sometimes I even think sometimes I don't have time, but he feels like he appreciates the little things that I've done, which I do respect that. So bless Awal.
Bless Awal and bless Sarkodie too. Now, what we are going to talk about today is the Rapaholic concert. Yes. That is the 25th agenda. But of course, you wouldn't get Sarkodie, you get him yearly. So when you get him, almost all the questions you've piled up, you put it to him and we cancel the year. So we are going to talk about Rapaholic. That is 25th December at the Accra International Conference Center. As of yesterday, we talked about how much you can get your ticket to be part of the Rapaholic concert. Even in yesterday, I also saw a story on entertainmentgh.com. That is Arnold Asamoah Beidu's website, saying that Pato Rankin is likely to even pass through the Rapaholic concert. And Zach, let's talk about this. There has been a discussion here whether you put out an edited version of this particular song out yourself. Did you do an edited version of this one?
No, it was leaked by Pluzz FM, the guy who took the vocals.
Okay.
And with these songs, you know what creativity, when you're in the studio, you don't limit yourself as in things that you say when it comes to creativity. But then when it has to go to the radio, that's when you have to edit it. So if I knew it was going to be a song I'm releasing, then I'll do. It's not too late. I think we have the clean version now is out.
Okay.
But in the beginning, I didn't put it out because I did not even release the song myself. He did. You know, the same night I recorded it, he released it the next morning. You know, so I had no control over how the song was out.
So when the intention from the studio was not for radio and later you hear it banging on radio, how does it make you feel?
You're like, as and I was about to ask you, is it the clean version? Yeah, because there are certain songs that I actually did. Most artists, I can even. I don't know about Shatta, but I can speak for him in a way because I've been there and I know when he does certain songs and he says certain things, it's just creativity. You have to say it the way it is. Way back, it used to be music about, people beat about the bush. That's the old people, which I do respect because you need to be too mature to understand what they're talking about. They might be talking about this same RNS thing, but the way they construct it, they have a way they say it. And these days, I think we're in that time of this world where you have to say it in their face and tell them what's really happening. Like now, if you're talking about way back, you have to be very careful about how you say something to somebody. But now it has to be that raw. But then, as you're saying, on the radio, we have to be very mindful of what goes on the radio.
Exactly.
It all boils back to the whole system thing that you can get the clean version to all the DJs, so they are all sorted. And then that channel, that's sometimes the problem, because sometimes even to the mail you played, this actually the old version. We have a new version, that has the breaks and everything in it. But how to even
get it to us?
Get it to you guys, that's the problem. But I actually hear once on radio that you guys have already edited, which I'm like, that's work. Wow, you did it. Thank you.
Do you like it that way? Because I think it is pushing artists to do more of such songs, knowing very well that the radio people edit it and play.
I think professionally, I took an L for that. I think I need to get on that and work on that and try to get a clean version. Actually, when I hear the American songs, they don't even do the dirty and try to get it clean for the radio. They record the clean whilst they are recording the dirty.
At the same time.
At the same time, because instead of saying the rich, whatever, I'll find somewhere at the same time I'm recording that same thing and then say that for the radio.
Okay.
But most time when you get carried away when you're in the studio, you
I know,
listen to
right?
the song
Creativity.
and then you just get like creativity. So sorry for that one, but I'll work on that.
Well, the DJs have done that job for you, so.
And you guys actually made me stop saying too much on the blog.
I get you, right? I get you, right. Now, you talked about Pluzz FM leaking the song. Now, it reminds me of a recent issue on producers who sometimes give you beats to write on. There was this story about a Trumpet and the fact that Fortune Dane and that Superstar O and all that. How did you resolve that issue so far? Because I hear Superstar O was on Twitter ranting that you guys never consulted him for.
The lack on that issue is we actually did not put it out for we did not sell the music, because most times when that you're gonna have an issue when you start selling it. What happened was the guy has been giving me beats over the years, and he's somebody.
Me Fortune Dane.
No,
Def Clef. Yeah.
In the UK, and I met him once, but he's been sending beats from the beginning of Revenge of the Spartans and a couple of songs that I've done. So for a producer telling me that he produced the beat, but unfortunately he doesn't have a studio where I can see him making beats. But then he's a producer who was introduced to me by one producer in Ghana called Seshi, and told me he has beats for me. So I've been recording on his beats, and I recorded on Trumpet beats. I heard the beat and I was like, no, this is it. And the thing is, he didn't even tell me anything about, because I think what he has done is the beats is being sold on the internet, which he bought. but he's not supposed to put his name saying he produced it. Though
he bought it from Superstar
on the internet. You know, so to tell me that you need to actually tell me this is not my beat, I bought it from this or whatever, then I would know how to put it. But when you put your name on it, I have no idea about it. You know, so I would just go like JSO or QB sent me a beat. That's it, and I will record on it. Anything that we have to deal with you, I'll deal with you directly. But then someone comes out to say, you know, he produced it. You know, which it actually happens. It's just that Hama actually, you know, sent me a nice message, I think 2 days ago, about how careful we should be with these new producers, who want to get on by any means, you know. So, yeah, it's a lesson learned, but it doesn't stop, you know, the magic that we made on that beat.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
The impact is too huge for this to, you know, affect the car.
Now, when it happens, is it likely to affect your brand internationally? When maybe it happens continuously?
Because it actually happens every time. Bobby Schmurder's song, that huge song, he did the same thing. Till date, he doesn't even know the producer. You don't. It can happen. It's just you have to have your structures right and you have to do the right thing. I'm actually lucky I did not sell the music, because when you do that, that's when we actually have issues, you know. So it's something that my people are talking to the Superstar, which I would like to actually work with him more, because I think he has dope beats. I'm going to listen to some of his stuff, but I think he deserves it, because if it happened to me, I would be very pissed to go through the hustle to create something nice and then somebody taking credit for it. I don't think that's good.
I see. Now, to the producers who are listening to us, if I have a beat, how do I approach Sarkodie? Because I know some of them would like
this thing happening now.
No, Sack. The fact that you have been involved in an accident doesn't mean you wouldn't drive again.
My circle, you be careful. That's what I'm saying. So my circle will be very tight. And even if you look at the super big American artists, they have a circle of producers they work around, you know, with, so they can be very safe. I actually do have producers that if I had them on a daily basis, I wouldn't even try different producers. If I should mention names like someone like JSO and Q-Beats, these two people can make an album. Fortune Dane on the other side can make all my intros. You know, Magnum will give me some strong beats. I wouldn't necessarily need anything, but I'm that type of a versatile artist that I want to try everything. So that's why sometimes I jump into these kids, the young ones, like the guy who produced RNS. I never met him, and then I jumped on the beat, you know, and I just met him right after the song, you know.
But I still know the team will be screening. So how should they do it? In case they want
They send it by mail. They send it by mail.
Angel should answer that question.
No, they send it by mail, and then Angel sees it, and then he knows he kind of have an
idea
for
what you would like,
you know. So then he will just push that one to me, and then I'll listen to it. But I really don't go through the mails and try to find the beats that's too much. Yeah.
Okay, so let's come back to it.
Why did you repeat it?
Oh, Sak, you can also ask me a question. Sak, don't mind me. I'm just trying to dig at some of the issues that came up with you now that you are here, so it wouldn't be like we have always been speaking behind you. Really, did you vote this year?
I was actually in the States.
Okay.
Yes, I was in the States because I had an agreement and a contract with this university people when I went to Harvard, you know. So this is like a contract from the time I went to Harvard till now.
Oh, okay.
You can't tell them
you wouldn't come.
Yes, I had to do it. I had actually two appearances, that and then DC, and that took the whole.
And again, I heard you were part of some diaspora awards.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
It's a university thing, and I don't know if it's them, but they came to meet me at the Harvard University and then told me that they wanted to do this at this point in time, and then so they booked way back, and I can't at this point tell them no, so I actually left.
So what times do you get inspirations to write such social issues, especially on inflation, the masses, doomsaw, and all those songs?
I think when it hits you directly, you know, I'm not the type of person I want to say it because I know people will like it. If I like this year, they were looking for me to drop something. I didn't feel anything. If I feel something, I'll talk about it. Something like the masses, it was a YouTube video I was watching. I actually do that throughout the night. I rarely sleep. I'll sleep in the morning actually. That's why Angel was actually panicking if I could make it this morning, because what I do is I sleep in the morning, but throughout the night I'll stay awake and then do research, just go on Google and just read stuff about just anything that I'm interested in. And at that, I think that point I wanted to know what Ghana, the situation Ghana is in, and I was listening to people, international people, and then people from here, and then the stuff they're talking about. And I was like, if this is our situation, then we're actually in serious trouble. Because what we normally do is, I don't know the kind of hearts God gave us for us to be able to live here and not panic, But when you look at what's really happening, you might panic. And that's what made me go to the studio at that point, So that same night I wrote the song, the next morning I recorded. Doomsaw, obviously, you guys all witnessed what
felt
happened,
it, yeah.
So, and they keep saying, because you're Sarkodie, why are you talking about Doomsaw? No, yeah, now they mean you do me lighter. I'm saying, come here, we hear me, you do me because normally when I move out of the house, they tell me, say, so many do. So, like, I really felt it. And then if I have to go to the studio, guys will tell me, lights no day. So even if I want to create now, I need to wait and hold on and hope tomorrow I'll get the same energy, to go and record. So actually, I felt it. That's why I did it. And inflation is the same thing. I wanted to go shoot a video in London. I wanted to change. I already had some pounds, but I needed 5,000 pounds more, and I wanted to change from cedis to pounds. And the money I had to
take from the
go and
CDs.
change to pounds, I freaked out, and that one to the same night, I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did that one.
Now, some people were really accusing you that Sarkodie will be talking about inflation, masses, and Doomsaw, but he wouldn't vote.
Yeah, the confusion with that is you are referring to parties. I didn't talk about party. I'm talking about
the system.
Yeah, the system. You understand? So if I didn't vote, that doesn't make me. No,
it's unqualified
or hypocritical. You understand? Like,
and it doesn't limit you from making statements.
You understand? Because I might just look at, as what I said in Masters. I said, listen to the person and not the party. So imagine, okay, if George or whoever that I know, Sammy, I know Sammy, so Sammy stands for president. I know Sammy, what Sammy can do. Of course, I will go in and advocate and vote. But they want me to come and voice out and say I don't like Mahama or I don't like Akwaboah. You understand? That's not what I'm talking about in the song. I'm talking about leadership. So anybody that comes on to me, I feel like I'm supposed to do something. If you do it, Sarkodie would do the same songs that I've been doing and praise you about the stuff that you've done for Ghana. So it's not really based on the fact that I didn't hit on voting and nah. I think that's, to me, that's a choice, But I'm talking about the mindset, because people want to choose Akwaboah over Mahama because of something, which most times it doesn't make sense. Like, I have people living in my area where they are so shy that Akwaboah will come on because their neighbor will get them. Like, this is how bad the state of mind we are in. You understand? Because, hey, I say, Mama, we need na. She says, sister, drive Benjamin. Nah. Akwaboah bounce and like it's really based on that. That's why we vote. Or that's what. But I'm talking about the whole mindset. Let's start thinking. And the funny thing is, I can be raw, but I can't be too raw. So with the songs, what I'm really supposed to say, you might not be able to say because you want to say it so bluntly and say this guy did this or this one did that. You don't want to. I just want to spark the minds to start thinking. So when you listen to the masses, I don't know how that one starts, but. Some like I hope some men can boom. Some man be shooting me and I do the zoom because I don't want to say it like the way I want to say. So it doesn't really and the reason why I didn't come out to try to explain, I will tell people, listen, I didn't vote because I'm in the States. This is my work. I'm used to
flying in there.
Yeah, people always having an opinion about what they think I'm supposed to do. Which is
so when you hear some of them, how do you take it?
It's funny. On the road. It's actually funny because it doesn't change anything. It's just. And people like to construct tweets that can get retweets, just to sound funny, and then they'll say something. So it doesn't really change the fact that if I know I'm wrong, then I'll have to put out a press statement and come out and try to explain it. But with this situation, I don't feel like I need to
explain to anybody.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Now let's talk about Rapaholic. But then, Zach, was this really an attack song?
As trying to make the rap scene entertaining and get people back to, because you see what I just said in the last end when I started doing the acapella, I was like, people forget how Sarkodie used to be, because sometimes my mindset changed. That's why I've never been that aggressive for a while, because my belief as of now is nobody can be the best, because the best has to have everybody supporting. So the moment somebody is rapping and you're not a fan and somebody doesn't like you, you are the best to who likes you, right? So Sarkodie is the best rapper to Sark Nation and Sarkoholics, and EL is gonna be the best rapper to Aliens. M.anifest is gonna be the best rapper to Money fans. Okay, you feel me? It's definitely gonna be about. It's definitely gonna be about that. So, realistically, beef songs mostly doesn't make sense, because you can't make somebody change their mind about who they really want to listen to. But if I'm supposed to go with that philosophy, I would never be this exciting when this song came out that you guys are like, yo, because then I always like to play in my zone, because I feel like anybody who listens to Sarkodie will also listen to Sarkodie. It's not going to be like a chance where I need to prove a point to take that spot. You understand? But then this has to come in, because who best would do it, and then it will cause this whole stir if not Sarkodie. So I just did it, not personally, because it can be personal.
Personally to attack. Oh.
Attack? No. But then I knew what it was gonna bring. The whole Ghana
the effect.
Like, yeah. And if rappers are gonna jump on, some are gonna defend, some would like to diss back. It just has to be healthy. Nothing more than that. And that actually we achieved that, and then the rappers really now want to do it. The same thing I did with Trumpet. It's just the whole idea of rap. I just want people to just rap back again, and that's why I did it. So
now there's this trend. Anytime you put out an instrumental, the boys take it up and everybody does it. Does it worry your original song? Because I know you put out the song and everybody does another version of it.
What that means is, when the attention is on you, and I wouldn't say, because I would do the same if I was in that situation, because I used to do covers of Bravo way back, because people love the song already. So it's way easier when I put my bars on it, because coming up you don't have the following to get you on the radio. But when you have a version of Sarkodie's RNS, it will make sense. It will be easier. Then they listen to your lyrics, and then they get to know the artist, and then they're interested in listening to more of your stuff. So I think it's just normal, and I like it actually.
Have you heard some of them?
RNS, I think I've heard just Strongman. He bodied that beat. And Strongman is like, you guys know how I feel about him already.
There is one from Rascook. We need to listen to that.
He told me, but I've not listened. Anywhere Rascook is, I have one person in my team who's like the biggest fan. This guy, they worry me every day.
With Rascook.
You could do something like Rascook.
Okay, so last year at Rapaholic,
yes,
the stage was beautiful. How many hours did you perform? I don't know if you were checking that.
No, we actually don't look at that. We just hit the point where we feel like, no, so it's okay. Because I always keep saying that I've been the fan in the audience before, and I want to really enjoy the show. And there's certain things that I imagine when I'm thinking about you. There's certain things I think about. I like to see all of that when I see you perform. So when I became an artist, and now I have audience who want to watch me, I feel for them that maybe they might be feeling the same way, that when they want to come for a show, they want to really have fun. So I want you to have fun to a point where when I say it's all over, you're like, I really did have fun. So that's the whole idea I had for the Rapaholic concert, and then I've been very successful with that. And big thank you to all the artists that come on to support. That's a night where I'm proud of myself in a way. Let me take this opportunity to talk about something that I'm proud of, that I've been able to achieve. I've been able to be in the good books of most of these guys, my colleagues in the game, because all I give back is love, and that's the only thing I have for all my Ghanaian artists. There's nothing else I can do but just love. The fact that they've been able to be doing these things on their own, being so talented and still keep pushing. The only way we can do this is just people seeing us celebrate our night, and that's Rapaholic. That's what I try to do. Now the whole year, if you play back the whole year, the songs you've heard the whole year, 25th night is going to be like you're reviewing what you saw the whole year, because almost every Ghanaian artist is going to be there. So the songs that you like, you're going to see them perform. So when they keep telling me who's on the bill, I'm like, listen, the whole of Ghana is coming, because anybody you can even top of your head try to mention, the person is probably
So one rumor, for instance, that Patoranking is coming.
For that, I would love that to happen. It's not an easy thing to do. It's just 25th. People want to be with their families, and
I get you. I know how to do it my own way.
I would want them, to come, but it's not an easy thing. But the thing is, we have serious artists here in Ghana that, even if R2B's jump on that stage, it's a shutdown. If you see, I have one guy. That's Shatawale there. I can confirm that, because
I know.
I know
he's coming. Did he really give you that bike last year, or he just came to show off? Shatta, this time we didn't intro stage this one.
But we actually have 2 dope songs.
Yeah, I've heard
we have not released yet, and hopefully he sent me the mix. I think yesterday, and I listened to it, but I think he changed the vocals. I told him to do some few things on it, and then if possible, I think the time is too short, but if possible, but I think me and Shatta can make that impact within a day.
I know,
and still have the song like what me and Joey did with Tonga. It was the hit that night, and then the next day we performed it. So if it's possible, we might release it today, tomorrow, and then 25th, we perform. Yeah. So Shatta definitely, he's gonna be there. R2B's is gonna be there. Waisa, Article 1, my girl Ifia, Guru, and everybody on trumpet.
Okay, all the guys on trumpet. Donzi, Strongman, Kontakra, T-Flow.
Yeah.
They are all medical as well.
Yeah, medical.
Now, medical is one chap that I'm really loving at the moment.
Yes, AMG. Poof.
I don't know what kind of meeting you do with the people who produce the show, but when it comes to sound, light, everything, production from performance to performance, the guys always get it 100%. And I know that is the expectation people are coming in with.
Yeah, I see what they will see. You should see me yesterday in the meeting. I was like, I was panicking because my whole fear is what you're talking about. It's not even about the numbers
who is coming to perform,
or the who's coming to perform. The guys were like, why don't we put this guy out? Why don't we put the surprises out so it can ginger people? I'm like, listen, even if I get 6 people, what I'm talking about is how the stage is going to look and how we're going to kill this show, because that's the main thing. That's the epic moment. So it's great you have taken notice of that.
Oh yeah, they haven't gotten it wrong.
Even if it's not Sarkodie show, even if it's a Ghana Music Awards or it's a multi-artist show and I'm on, I would like to be there from the morning, and sometimes sit there at the conference center while the carpenters are working on stuff. I want to try to imagine how it's going to look like, and then the lights. I have certain things in my mind already, but big ideas are like people that, when it comes to lighting and all those things, they are on A1. So all you have to say is the things you want to see, and then they will just get it done. We had a meeting yesterday about this again, and then they showed me stuff on the 3D version, and then it looks very dope.
I remember I said on radio after one of the shows that I was so surprised that all the people you featured on their songs, and you have also featured, when they came on the stage, you were still able to recite your lines one after the other without missing them. And somebody, but that's his work. So, no, but I was surprised.
No, but there are songs that I can't.
Okay,
that's the funny thing.
Some of the songs you can't.
It's a huge song. You understand? Like RNS, I had to actually learn the lyrics to perform it because it came out. It was a freestyle actually. I do 4, and I think about the next one, and I'll say it. So when you released it, I had to catch up with the lyrics. You understand? But when it's too huge, and then they're playing it over and over again, yourself, you
get to learn it.
You get to learn it. So not every song. But songs like, Dancehall Commando, Major Girl, Love Rock, you guys have been playing it already. So when I'm driving, I'm still listening to it. So it's way easier. But there are songs that I did it, but it's not for radio. And I really perform them. So when I do it once, and then it takes me time to do it again.
You struggle with the lyrics.
I struggle with it. But the songs I do with people, like Ikiki, the verse I have on it is a very huge song. So that one I would not forget.
And is it true Titi is coming?
Titi wants to come. She asked for tickets yesterday. Like,
Titi asked for ticket.
Yeah, asked for tickets. I'm okay. But I think the time is late.
Okay.
She sleeps around 8.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'll try.
Yeah.
And then I tweeted she was going to perform a new single.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right, so at the moment I know tickets are out for the show.
Yes.
I know the SAC natives, they told me that Sammy, we started saving from last year and the savings will mature on 23rd December. That is what they told me. So they are ready to pay no matter how much you are even charging. Are there going to be some live performances, as in you doing it live with a band, or monka angel manenka angel say no be some for questions onti maybe some question that me who's name much James no daddy ajima me no
the live set is on.
Okay.
The live set is on. It's in between the acts. That's because if you have to perform the Mary album to get the same impact, you need the live thing. We actually did rehearsals, the last rehearsals yesterday, so there's going to be an insert of that, and someone like Akwaboah can't I wouldn't want him to do what I'm doing. You know, he is a different type of artist. He needs to, perform live, and I can only imagine when he steps on that stage. What he was doing yesterday, this is too much. Yeah,
I see.
But the surprises, that's the thing. The surprises coming, and I tweeted. I said I wish I was you guys coming to watch Sarkodie, because the thing is, I would tend to be Sarkodie. I'm entertaining you guys. I don't get to really see the show. I have to finish, and then someone shows me a video of how the whole house was. And the funny thing is, when you're on stage at the conference center, I don't hear you when you guys scream.
You don't hear it?
No.
Okay, because of the monitors?
Yes, the monitors. What I hear is myself. So the energy in the crowd, sometimes I don't really get to witness it. But then I know I can see from your face you guys are really, really having fun. And if you thought last year was wicked, forget about it. Like, this year is actually the one
of the shizzle. Yes. And do you know one thing the girls are looking out for? How you appear. For some time they have been observing the Kanye kind of appearance. And I know one lady told me, Sammy, it's a sack better than I'm Zade.
I actually don't have what I'm wearing. Even
as it stands now.
Yes, I don't have it.
I see. So you go. Now, are the tickets out? Where can listeners get it?
They're out. Angelo, you want to take that?
Yes, Angelo, I'm sure you can help us with that information.
Tickets are everywhere. So, Silver Bed, there's Airport Shell, there's Frankie's in Osu, and then if you're in Tema, Community 11 Shell is there, and then Ticket Dog also. And we have this year we have very special limited VVIP and a few tables for special people. So if you can afford, you just call our hotlines 020-1700-017 or 0571 111. Yes.
Zach, very soon I'll be taking Angel here at Pluzz FM. He needs to be on radio. After doing TV, I need to bring him back on radio, so he'll do both. Or you won't agree?
Oh,
okay, everything is sorted.
Because I think he has a way that he has a point of view.
But do you listen to radio yourself?
But yes, I do listen to radio. Especially this show, because he put me on this show. But just at the timing.
So you'll be sleeping.
But he put me on this show. And a few
platforms.
You listen. Most times I like to listen to shows that kind of uplift,
the industry.
Because that's the mind state. I mean, I would like to hear, because with the flaws, I think it's always going to be there. But I think Ghana still is not at that point where we don't have the luxury, to be pulling the whole situation back. Because you guys were talking about, I think I heard one person talking about the Nigerian something award, and then they were trying to push the whole Nigerian thing. That's the whole idea. You don't have to have dope stuff. You just have to make people feel like you're dope. You understand? So when you make people feel like that, it's like a girl who sees herself to be so beautiful. Actually, it works. You might look at a girl and say, girl will cry. Doesn't mean who she want, but like people just want to date her. Like, you understand? Like, and somebody can have the best figure, but people really don't want to like get close to her. Same thing with GH. I think GH, I like that fact that we can open up to stuff and we actually like new things coming in. But at this point in time, it's a reflex thing. Like that, your first family, your immediate family, like two children can be in the labor ward and they need surgery. But when your son is in, your reflex will naturally be your son first. Not because you don't care about the other kid, but if you had money to pay for both, you would do it. But then, for now, this is Kakana one kitu even a one to Obanona M.anifest. So what I'm saying is, when it comes to Ghana music, let's make it sound like it's that good,
it's
and
there.
Then that improves. Yes, but it's good. But what I'm saying is, mostly when the perspective comes from people who are not in our world, they're like, Ghana music is the funny thing is, if you do the analysis, we actually have. If you're proud to say 5 strong artists from your country, you need to be proud. Because what we are not looking at, I don't want to mention it because I don't want to have haters, because I have fans in other countries.
I know.
They can't even mention 1 or 2 to be on that level. And this has no backing. It's just the artist. That's why I always applaud the artists. From Stonebwoy to Shatta to me to RTBs to Bisa to EL to M.anifest to whoever. They are doing this on their own and still getting to that point where you can match us up to the people who are actually funded and being pushed. And all these people have the behind the scenes people who are owning the stuff that we want to, the MTV bases and these things you're looking at people behind the scenes are not us. We don't. Kwame Yeboah Bia wo ha obeka say oh sir Akwaboah let me CD when I'm fan shame. It's totally foreign people you see there. They are only playing your music because you have worked too hard
to be recognized.
That's the only time. And even with that, you don't get playlisted. You get a little slot, and then they pull it out.
Okay.
You know.
Now,
okay, go ahead. So me going to certain places where, like Nigeria and all that, and then they will tell you straight to your face, they like you. You're a dope artist. Sarkodie, we love you so much. We'll play your song, but for being on playlists, for us to be playing the back and back, this is how much that we want.
Oh,
and
really? And they demand you pay.
Your story answer. And then it's a ridiculous amount of money, but I don't get mad. I respect that. That's when I went to the BET, and then there was but you got the award backstage and all that. You should not be complaining. You should look at the move they made. Why the motive they do certain things like that. They do that because they put theirs first. They're never gonna. I went to a show in Nigeria, and then the promoter told me straight to my face, it's live on TV, but my people want to see their people. So if you're lucky and we still have TV time, by 12, Two-Face has to be on, Wizkid has to be on, Davido has to be on, D'banj has to be on. But they need to watch that first. So if you're lucky and then by 12:45
you are still on air.
They are done, then you can have some airtime. I was not paid because I was paid to do, to do what they will pay you still, but then theirs is first.
Wow.
So if that can happen down here. But these things you have to be very careful when you talk about it, because then these are my friends as well. But then this is the reality. You understand? It makes me sound like a hater towards, but this is what we ask every Ghanaian artist. They can't even voice out about this. When you go to Nigeria, anywhere, SA, everywhere, they are people first, then you come next. If I'm going to Nigeria, they're going to see a billboard, and they're having a Nigeria concert, they're bringing Sarkodie. The Two-Face and the D'banj, their face will be huge. And you see, also coming, Sarkodie. No, but you have to respect that. But that's that. You have to respect that. Until Ghanaians will get to see that. I went the first time I went to a club called Twist because I normally don't go to club. Friends of mine came from the UK and they took me.
Okay.
And then they had a full Ghanaian session, right? And they were playing the songs from Bisa to me to Shatta to this. And the people turned up, like they were so happy. But DJs still in a club still feel like they need to fuse in something from somewhere to get the people bumping. I've been in Nigerian clubs. I've never heard my song until I'm there. Until they see you and they go like, oh, we have Sark in the building, and then they drop it. So you're not gonna have a perfect industry. You're not gonna have maybe the best of music, but how you treat it, people will buy into it because of how you feel about it. I asked a question from SA why they don't do the MTV Awards, some in Ghana, because they've tried that they've done that in Nigeria before, and certain places. They told me there's no movement going on there. So if they say they're going to Ghana, what is the excitement to somebody who's not a Ghanaian? If I go to Nigeria, if I go to America, the Americans want to go to Nigeria because of the videos they've seen, and then they're talking about a place called Lekki, and because these things, they are interested, they are trying to watch what's happening because they are pushing them in your face that you want to go there. Same with America. With the movies we are watching, when you see these things, you feel like America is literally just like that. You want to go and see it. What are we pushing from here? So let's get Nigerians are harder on their artists more than you guys. You guys are even softer. What I'm saying is they make sure that they are covered first, and then they deal with you, the artists. So what I want us to do, I'm not saying leave us out and make us feel free and I say but make sure that industry, when you go somewhere, you protect it. You boast about it, because then it makes people want to come into it. So yeah, that's just some little. I get carried away when I talk about these things.
I know, but it's a statement well made. Yes, so talk to Sarkaholics, talk to Sark natives, because I know on the day they are going to flood the place, and until you talk to them or you address them, they won't leave me.
Hey, Sark Nation, wagwan. I know you guys. I've been seeing the tweets. People are sending the picture of their tickets. They are not even buying 1 or 2. They are buying 6, 4.
No,
thank you so much. I know you're coming in your numbers, and we're gonna have a blessed time. Christmas Day, people want to be with their family, but this is family as well, because this is Ghana. We are coming together, and it's a family time. We are crowning that 25th with a Rapperholic concert. So make sure you're there, and then see you guys, and we're gonna turn up.
I know, right?